All right.
Hey, we're staying on with Matthew Bailey. You can finish your answer. Difference between high school football and college football.
Yeah, so I think it's like the mental portion. Like, obviously, they build you up physically, but the more you know about football and, like, Coach has these meetings of Football 101, it just helps a lot because when you're in the situation in the game, you know what's going on, you see a formation, and you can
do you see that? Like, do you see yourself out on the field going, oh, wow, we talked about this.
Yes.
We've seen this.
Yes.
That happens all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, like even watching from the sideline, seeing like, okay, we saw that play in practice. Like
So what I'm guessing is you didn't get that from Coach Morrissey. And no, I'm just kidding. I'll leave him alone. You get was it week 2? You get your first touchdown?
Week 2, yes, I did.
Talk about that play. How exciting was that for you?
I mean, honestly, it was a great feeling because like I didn't expect to be in the end zone, in the Big Ten conference, my freshman year even. So to be able to do that, it kind of reminded me of my high school days,
Yeah. Getting in there.
Shaking off the,
Back in the saddle.
You look at that interception against Iowa to seal the deal. What's going through your mind? Obviously, that thing's just floating up there.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind when you get it? And then afterwards, you kind of mentioned something about, like the Quad Cities. I think we did it. Camille interviewed you, and you said you're trying to turn some Hawkeye fans to Illini fans here in the Quad Cities. First off, the ball floating through the air. What's going through your mind? How good does that feel?
Yeah. So the ball's sitting up there, floating through the air, and I kind of catch it, and then as I talked about the film room, the situation, obviously they had 3 timeouts left, so I could have, ran a little more, tried to score a touchdown, but going down because I was kind of paranoid.
Can you imagine a pick 6 in that game for you?
That would have been insane.
Talk about flexing.
That would have been insane.
And because you're in this area, and you said you go, there's a lot of Iowa fans in this area.
Yeah.
I would say it's pretty balanced, but Illinois fans have more to cheer about right now, and that's important to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's great to hear like people from back home, whether it's like in comments or like direct messages on social media. It's good to hear from people from back home who graduated from Moline or from the Quad Cities and are Illini fans.
The Davenport West head coach gives an ILL.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to say something.
Right.
That's a Davenport West head coach, and he did that.
I had someone at Rockridge say, "Oh, you guys have Matthew Bailey on tonight? That's awesome."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it just makes me like happy, to see that like an impact that I'm making an impact in the Quad Cities.
So your bye week, was it really a bye week? I mean, I'm sure you guys are practicing.
No, because we made him cook.
Well, yeah, we made him cook.
Put him to
But
work.
so what's a bye week like as you get ready for Nebraska next week?
Yeah. So we try to get a lot of Devo work in. So the younger guys, as we go throughout the week, we'll the older guys will obviously lift and recover and be able to get their bodies ready for the next week. But I've gotten a couple of days off. We had a lift this morning, and I have the rest of today and tomorrow off, and then we're back on Sunday with practice. So
I've known you since the first grade.
yeah.
So I know you're a guy
You're that old?
Yeah, I'm that old.
I'm just kidding. He's young. He goes,
Yes,
years
thanks.
ago. I met
Thank you.
him. I met
Appreciate
him,
that.
but-
No, but I know you're a guy that's always liked to work hard. I know you're a guy that's always bet on yourself. Are you surprised what you've been able to do at Illinois?
I definitely am surprised, obviously, with my recruiting and how it went. I didn't expect myself to be able to play at this level because that's what everyone else around me was telling me. So for me to be able to come in and all of the coaches there believe in me, it's made me like proud of myself almost, like that I've been able to make it this far, but as well like built up my confidence.
What's a game night after a game? What's the night like? Do you have when do you practice and all that?
When did you start asking questions?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said
Yeah, like after a game.
after a game.
When do you guys start practicing for the next week or
Okay.
looking at films on
Yeah,
a
if you film
Sunday?
Sunday.
Yeah, so the next day we'll do film throughout that day, and then we'll have a victory dinner just for
He says victory dinner because
I know,
that's all they've done is
he's
won.
used to right now.
if we win.
There you go. There you go.
If we win, we have a victory dinner. If not, they don't treat us as well.
You're not getting burgers, right?
McDonald's
Yeah.
instead of a steak.
Yeah, something like that. And then Monday is our day off, and then we'll start practice on
Tuesday.
I know you guys don't want to think too far ahead, but we get to, as media, as fans. You can look at the schedule, and like goals are becoming more and more. And you probably had a goal of a Big Ten West championship, maybe at the beginning of the year, but that's a realistic, legit, good goal right now, isn't it? Or you can't get too far ahead?
I'd say that we can't really get ahead of ourselves because Nebraska, Purdue, and Northwestern, they're like competition.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go in and perform how we have been in these past 7 games. So we definitely can't look past them going forward through the Big Ten.
Well, you've done a fantastic job, one hosting, calling highlights and all that, and the grill looks delicious. So we have all of those people we have to feed now. So we want to thank him, Matthew Bailey, Fighting
Yeah.
Illini Safety, for joining
Appreciate you,
us.
buddy.
Yeah, thanks
Next
for having
year
me.
on the bye week,
Absolutely.
you get to do the same thing. We're already booking you for next year. So YouTube, thanks so much for watching.
We have scores, don't we?
Yeah, we do have scores. Can you guys throw up the Iowa-Illinois scores, Matthew? Can you do, or Maddie, as I talk to you in the booth, if Matt's still back there? Matt, are you still back there? Maybe.
We can start
I
handing
could-
out
I
some-
could read
we
the
can start handing
scores.
out burgers.
Yeah,
All right.
you go ahead and read the scores.
Hall is going to be
want a
playoff
burger,
eligible.
come on
They
up.
beat Bureau Valley
Those are the
44-34. St.
I'll
Bede
hand
beats
them out.
Mendota
Oh, yeah.
39-20. Ottawa
I'm gonna get them
Marquette
all
beats
right,
Sherrard
you know.
40-7.
You're good.
Dixon beats Rock Falls 49-0.
that
United
one
beats
for you.
A-Town 28-7. Fulton defeats Dakota 48-26. Galena over West Carroll 67-0. Regional soccer,
Yes.
Orange Sherrard is a 2-1 winner. Iowa scores, City High beats Central 79-0. Central DeWitt in overtime beats Benton
They're going to the
21-14.
postseason.
DeWitt, yes, they are very good, and they big upset. Liberty beats Clinton 42-7. Fort Madison scores with 23 seconds to go. They beat Burlington 28-24. And we got two more scores, I believe. Williamsburg beat Comanche 42-0. Wahlert beats West Liberty 62-0. Also, North Lynn is a 45-0 winner over Wapello. And Marmac beats Durant 48-12. Marmac is where Rafe LaFrance went to school.
That's true. And you know what? You do a better job with that than I do. We should have him do the scores
Seriously.
every night. Hey,
telling you, he's having
thank you guys so much for watching
They're
week
not.
9 of The Score. We'll be
I've
back
got a
week
job, I'm a
10
teacher.
next week, the postseason on both sides of the river. Thanks.